reality of it, where you get the truth, where you get the real, where you get to see all the things that's going on all around you. That's the reality of it, where you get the truth, where you get the real, where you get to see all the things that's going on all around you. That's the reality of it, where you get the truth, where you get the real, where you get to see all the things that's going on all around you. That's the reality of it, where you get the truth, where you get the real, where you get to see all the things that's going on all around you. And we tell it like it is.
Welcome back to That's the Reality of it. I'm William.
And I'm Kanika.
And we have another fantastic show for you today.
Yes.
They can't miss it.
Oh, you can't. I'm telling you, you're going to miss so much. So you've got to stay here.
Don't walk out that door.
Not at all.
Don't think I can't see you.
We can see you.
We can see you.
Yeah, we really can.
We'll be right back.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if Bryant Jenkins in Reisterstown can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Did you know that 1 out of 8 people will get breast cancer?
I'm Dorisa Harvey, the Midday Diva.
And I'm Lolo of the Quiet Fire.
The stress of this disease is compounded by the stress of their daily needs.
Daily needs such as food, bras, wigs, help with utilities, rent, and treatment.
The Dale Kager Hats Off Breast Cancer Foundation provides this help that is so desperately needed.
But they need your help to continue.
So send your tax-deductible donations to the website below or call.
We can help them, but only if you help us.
Okay, we're back and I'm here with my favorite doctor. Sometimes. Except when I get those prostate exams, I don't like you very much.
That's okay. I understand.
You understand? Dr. Sigmund from Chesapeake Urology, thank you again for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me back.
You know, we had emails coming about the, in fact, you emailed me back about, bladder cancer.
Yes.
So I want to get into some of that aspect of, because it's becoming like a fear out there for the bladder cancer, because I haven't really heard a lot about bladder cancer, but I know that a very good friend of mine just passed with bladder cancer. And so I'm kind of more into it than I would have normally be.
Sure.
So let's start with what is bladder cancer?
Well, you know, bladder cancer is something that we have to deal with fairly often.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it gets overshadowed by prostate cancer because you hear a lot more about prostate cancer in the media and people are much more familiar with it. But as urologists, you know, bladder cancer is really the #2 cancer that we deal with. Obviously, you have a urinary bladder that holds urine and drains when people want it to drain. Unfortunately, cancer can develop in the bladder, and really the biggest risk factors for bladder cancer are people who smoke or people who are exposed to various toxic substances or chemicals or certain dyes that they might work with in their occupation.
Okay, what type of chemicals or toxic fumes that would cause
Well, there's something called aniline dyes in certain rubbers that people work with, and they're exposed to that. But really, the biggest risk factor is smoking. And it's really amazing to me. In my practice, one of the first people I diagnosed with a very bad bladder cancer, he presented to the hospital with a lot of blood in the urine. And he was a smoker for a long time. And he could have understood getting lung cancer, but he had no idea that his smoking put him at risk for bladder cancer. It was hard for him to understand. So that's another reason that people should quit smoking, and we try to get the word out with regard to that.
Man, I had no idea that smoking caused that many different issues. So it also not only lung cancer, but can also cause bladder cancer.
It certainly can.
And now when you said certain types of this is going to sound crude, but you say certain types of rubber. Do you mean rubber that men use for sex?
Oh, no, not that type of rubber, but rubbers that are used industrially.
Okay.
Those types of
clear
things.
That up.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
You'd be saying, what? I can't.
Yeah, condoms, no association with that,
association.
but other types of the rubber chemicals that are out there.
What are the symptoms?
Well, Usually people present with blood in the urine. And
blood that's visible, or
either blood that's visible or microscopic blood. We see a lot of people who come to me with a diagnosis of microscopic hematuria, and what that means is when we do the urine dipsticks and look under the microscope, we see red blood cells in the urine, and that warrants evaluation. And what we do for those folks, we do a CAT scan to take a look at their kidneys, their urine tubes, and their bladder, and we also look in their bladder with a little lighted telescope similar to colonoscopy. Yeah. We call it cystoscopy.
Okay.
And that's how we make the diagnosis of bladder cancer.
Now, I came to you and I had an ultrasound.
Yes.
Is that as effective as the CAT scan? Because they did one for my kidneys and my back. And also for, I think, my bladder?
Yes. So often we use an ultrasound to take a look at the kidneys, look for kidney stones, follow people. We'll do an ultrasound of the bladder to see how well people are emptying their bladder, to possibly look at the prostate. But when people have blood in the urine, the recommendation is to do a CAT scan because it's a more specific test to look for abnormalities when people have blood in the urine. Really, to find bladder cancer, you have to look in the bladder. Most x-rays won't necessarily find bladder cancer unless it's very large, but small bladder cancers we find by looking in the bladder.
When you say look in the bladder,
that's with the little lighted telescope. That
goes where?
Well, it's got to get to the bladder somewhere, so we go right down the channel, the urethra, where people pee through. For men, we go through the penis, through the urethra. For women, we go right through their urethras into the
women
bladder.
Can have bladder cancer?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, so,
it's not the most pleasant test for most people. It's very tolerable. It's about a 3-minute test. We use a little numbing jelly, and usually 3 minutes later, we know what's going on.
You can look eye to eye at anyone when you're wearing the exquisite couture frames from Eye to Eye. Their beautiful exclusive eyewear is imported from all over the world, including London, Tokyo, Milan, and Paris. You will not see these frames anywhere else. The specialists at Eye to Eye have the finest frames, great personalized service, and they do all the customizing in their in-house lab. So call or come in and get the most fashionable and unique eyewear only at Eye to Eye.
Many Americans suffer from obesity and high blood pressure, and 26 million have diabetes, and these conditions are on the rise. This is serious, and early detection is very important because these conditions could lead to kidney failure, blindness, stroke, and early death. The Hayes Medical Center will quickly evaluate your health, treat your disease, and guide you in early prevention. Call Hayes Medical Center at 410-719-6470. It's never too soon to check on your health.
I used to be on crack cocaine.
I used to be on heroin.
I used to be on heroin.
I used to be on pills.
And now we're not.
My name is Pamela Dukes. I used to be an addict. Now I'm the owner of By Grace Counseling Services, where we help addicts become productive members of society.
By Grace Counseling Services is a certified methadone clinic, and they can help you live a drug-free life. Don't fight those demons alone. Call 443-831-0191. Call now.
Come here. Talk to them.
That's one of the reasons why I got high, because I didn't want to feel anything, and it gave me a false sense of security, that when I'm getting high, I don't have to feel anything. You know what I mean? I ain't got to worry about because when I'm not getting high, I'm worried about what people think about me. I'm worried about what I say. I'm worried about how I act. I'm worried about this. I'm worried about that. Well, when I get high, I don't worry about nothing but getting high. Because it takes away the feelings and the emotions, and I don't have to express myself. I don't care. Anything can go on, and you can do anything to me. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings because I'm getting high, so I'm numb. And that's what drugs did for me. They numbed me from having to feel what I really feel or say what I really want to say. So I continue to use, and that's the vicious cycle that I've been in for like over 27 years.
Wow. So, with him saying all of that, can anybody identify? Now we got a group working. I'm listening. Have a seat. Come on. Somebody. Come on. go. You wasting time. We ain't got that long for fruit. Feed us. Have a seat. Move right along. Dina.
Okay, at one time, I was the same way that Mr. Zimmerman was, but today I no longer have to people please. The only thing that I have to do is learn to love myself.
How do I love myself when for so long I haven't loved myself? How much screen time you got?
69 days.
How long you been using?
For 30 years.
How do I love myself in 60-something days when I've hated myself for 30-something years?
In the process of recovery, I must first put my higher power in action. I must first put my higher power in everything that I do. It starts with the inner self.
Uh-oh. Watch it now.
The inner self is what I had to change, and today I feel that.
Okay.
As long as I have my higher power with me, and I get honest with my higher power and self, because I've truly surrendered this time, I'll be well on my way to a new way of life.
Okay. I feel. Come on.
Honestly, I feel a whole array of things. Because for one, I use drugs, I use alcohol. And the second thing I deal with is my mental health issues. So my steam is not that high. Plus, I was beat up before I even got in here. As far as the feelings, it always starts with a thought with me. You know what I mean? And that thought isn't always positive. So me trying to get me back together in my way don't work. I exhausted all that before I got in here. And my main thing is at least letting people know where I'm at from the point I'm at, so I can get some help. I do not have the answers, and I'm so glad and grateful to have somebody thought about me. I tried everything to get in different places, and when I least expected it and my hope was diminishing, someone gave me hope.
How you get here?
How I got here was, I was at another place, and I was trying to get into an inpatient program. And these inpatient programs were telling me, you're not sick enough, you haven't drank enough, so go out there, do what you got to do, and then try. Now, the place I was at, there were two people that were having class that day, having classes on what we're doing in here now.
Recovery coach.
Recovery coach, yes. And so they got wind to my dilemma, and Miss Pam came up to me and said, don't look like that, don't feel that way, don't worry about anything, I got you. 10 minutes later, I was on a van on my way over here. Only thing I knew about this place was the name. I'm still standing by grace. When I heard that grace, I was like, okay, that's probably something I'm missing and lacking because my spirit was way down. They got me here and said, don't worry, and I haven't worried since. Now, there are moments when I'm scared, and I hate to admit that, at age 53. There are moments when I'm ashamed or embarrassed because all of this stuff back here that I should know as a grown man, I keep telling myself I'm lacking. But it's truly a blessing for me to be here. It really is. And I thank those that reached out for me when I had no way.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
The conversation that you had, did it give you another choice, option, where you had no option?
It did give me a choice because, like I said, I thought that all hope was lost. You know, I tried getting in other places, and only to hear them say no.
Did y'all hear what he said? You could finish in a second. Did you hear what he said? He was told in order for him to get into treatment, he had to go and get drunk before they would enroll him in a program. Keep going.
Right. So I gained some hope, and at that moment when I gained the hope, I started getting teary-eyed. And I never forget, you said, don't worry, stop crying, you got no time for that now. You okay. And that's what gave me the hope. When someone says, you're okay, I got you. You know, and so I got a little teary-eyed, but here I am. And I'm all the better for it. I really am. Thank you very much.
Thank you because you made a choice. He had a choice.
That's right.
He could have went back out there and did exactly what the enemy wanted him to do. Stay stuck in the process. But he made a decision to trust the process. That's what I tell y'all all the time. Trust the process.
I used to be on crack cocaine.
I used to be on heroin.
I used to be on heroin.
I used to be on pills.
And now we're not.
My name is Pamela Dukes. I used to be an addict. Now I'm the owner of By Grace Counseling Services, where we help addicts become productive members of society.
By Grace Counseling Services is a certified methadone clinic, and they can help you live a drug-free life. Don't fight those demons alone. Call 443-831-0191. Call now.
It's time to hit the trails on a bike from the Pikesville Bicycle Shop. They have all makes and models for all ages and sizes, and they'll service your bike and customize it to fit your needs. So for the very best variety of bikes, the best service and price, come to Pikesville Bicycle Shop or call 410-602-BIKE and take advantage of our special deals.
I love my hero.
Welcome back to That's the Reality of It, and I am here with a very good friend of mine. He's also my doctor, and you've seen him before on the show, so you know what we're going to be talking about. But it was a pleasure having you back, Doctor.
Thank you very much for having me.
And today we want to talk about something, it's kind of personal to me as well, because I have what we're going to talk about.
Sure.
But it was curious because when I talked with you before, and it's about diverticulosis, and I had to stop, I was told to stop eating peanuts, popcorn, all the good stuff that I love to eat. And you said, why? You don't really have to do that. And I said, what? So explain.
Well, let me take a step back for your audience who might not know what diverticuli are. Diverticuli are little outpouchings of the colon that many, in fact 50% of people age 50 and probably 3/4 of people age 75 have. And for the vast majority of people, they wouldn't know that they even have these outpouchings because the vast majority of people aren't affected by them. But there are a small minority of patients who can bleed from these outpouchings and actually potentially bleed very severely. Or they can have these outpouchings become infected, and that's called a diverticulitis. And that's appreciated as a belly pain where these outpouchings are. And that's treated with antibiotics orally, sometimes intravenously, and rarely do people actually need surgeries. As to your question about avoiding nuts, seeds, corn, for many, many years patients have been told, probably by gastroenterologists and still by a few of my surgical colleagues, to avoid things like nuts, seeds, popcorn, and the thoughts that these tiny little things would embed themselves in these outpouchings and possibly precipitate a diverticulitis.
Which is an infection, right?
Right, and for the most part that's been debunked. There was a large study recently of actually several thousand patients. I believe this was in 2008. I had carried around in case people asked, which analyzed people who did and didn't observe this type of diet in people who had diverticular disease, and they really didn't find any difference. So on the basis of this paper, the more recent reviews, at least in the medical literature, would say you don't necessarily have to avoid these food products.
Now, my wife has diverticulosis too, and she eats everything. Peanuts, popcorn. She doesn't skip any of those things that I love to eat. And she's never had an issue.
Well, again, the studies would show it really doesn't make a difference. One wishes we had more control over our bodies than we really do. And the precipitants of either diverticular bleeding or diverticulitis, they're not really quite known. We know how to treat them, diverticulitis, when it happens, but how to stop it from happening, I wish we had better answers for everyone.
So do you think that the diverticulitis has so based on what you're saying, people can get these diverticulitis pains and infections without eating anything, because my sister doesn't eat those things and she still keeps getting it.
Again, we're not clear what precipitates that, so yes, one can eat quote-unquote bad stuff, although I just told you it's really not bad for you, and not have any symptoms, and you can follow that erroneous diet for as much as you want, and you can still have diverticular disease. Kind of people who have bad diverticular disease have bad diverticular disease, and those who don't.
So I just happen to fall in the category where I keep getting this infection, and my wife doesn't. And I want to eat those things, but I'm so paranoid.
Well, I have no problem if patients think they're benefiting by avoiding them. I have no problem saying, look, if you're doing okay, continue what you're doing. And again, if people have episodes of diverticulitis, it's always a question, well, how many episodes do you get before we need to do something different? And unfortunately, different is a surgery. If you can isolate, or you think you can isolate the area of the colon that is infected, my surgical colleagues actually will remove that. It used to be that you had more than one episode, you went to the surgeons. We're perhaps a little bit more liberal in that respect. These days, the surgeons, if they are removing the colon, you'd like to be able to, or a piece of the colon, you'd like to be able to do that more electively, when hopefully that surgery can be done laparoscopically through very, very, very small incisions, as opposed to an emergency surgery for diverticulitis, which, if needed, sometimes requires the making of a temporary, at least colostomy, only to be brought down at a later date.
Okay, let's talk about that. I want to do a part 2 on this, to talk about those different things that you may have to do if persons have it in a severe way or issues with it. How can they reach you, doctor?
Well, our office at Woodhome Gastroenterology locally is 410-602-7782. Myself, my 9 partners are there.
7782?
Yes, sir.
All right, Dr. Heller, I appreciate you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
At Liberty Animal Clinic, they know that your pet is a member of the family and you want to make sure they are healthy and receive excellent care. Their top veterinarians and staff will treat them like family and give the best care, medical treatment, and attention you can get anywhere. Liberty Animal Clinic provides these excellent services, and they are open 6 days a week, including giving them a complete physical, and office hours are by appointment, so please call. Let your extended family
join our family!
Quality counts. Choose Comfort Temp Heating and Cooling. Right now, take $250 off any new complete heating or AC system, with huge BGE rebates available on select systems. All work is guaranteed. Call Comfort Temp Heating and Cooling today for your free estimate.
Roses are red, violets are blue. When you fall out of love, this is what you do. Roses are red, violets are blue. Too many times. This is what you do. This is what you do. When you fall out of love, this is what you do.
Too many times I've made the same damn mistake. I give my heart away too quickly. There are so many reasons I can't explain. Maybe I'm foolish for love and eager for pain. I thought the last time I learned the game. Why do I keep playing hard for a losing team? Well, this will be the last time. I mean the last time. I'm getting in my car and driving the expressway to love, doing 80 in the fast lane of love, cruising down the expressway of love, and I'm driving till I find and
If you're looking for a primary care doctor that truly puts patients first, then call Windsor Medical Center, where you'll get excellent care from award-winning Dr. Nkwanyu. Windsor Medical Center is equipped to diagnose many health issues, including heart, lungs, and diabetes.
We really care
About you.
at the Windsor Medical Center.
Call 410-265-7742. Attention furniture buyers, stop what you're doing and check out Baltimore Furniture Direct, Baltimore's only clearance warehouse with brand new factory closeouts of mattresses, Simmons, Sealy, and more, as well as adjustable beds, bedrooms, living rooms, dining rooms, all at 30% to 60% off retail. This is your chance to get quality furniture at affordable prices. Call 410-982-2003.
So it's been a great show. What more can we say?
I can say it's been a great show.
And of course, we're always looking for other guests to be on the show. So if you are a company, organization, you're a kid doing great things in the community.
That's right.
I mean, I don't know, whomever you are, just please reach out to us at odysseyproductionshows.com.
Shows.com.
Yeah, and let us know.
Tell us what you feel about the show. And if you're advertising, have a business, want to advertise on the show,
That's right. Come on.
contact us. We'd be looking forward to talking with you. Okay, so if it's all good, it's all God. Be blessed.
Put God first.
It's through Him.
All things.
All possible.
You can see all the things that's going on all around you. That's the reality of it. Where you get the truth, where you get the real. Where you can see all the things that's going on all around you. That's the reality of it. Where you get the truth, where you get the real. Where you can see all the things that's going on all around you. That's the reality of it. Where you get the truth, where you get the real. Where you can see all the things that's going on all around you. And we tell it like it is.